So this time we got a different project. We're gonna make a laser terray. Now what is that, a laser terray? This laser terray will be using a microsound sensor which will be identifying objects and aiming and firing a laser on that target, that object. Seems hard? It's not. What am I going to use for this? We're going to use the microsound sensor on a platform. We're going to use a servo motor that will be hooking up on like that. We'll have our sonar. We will be using a PIR motion sensor, and for the laser, a small laser module. There you go, just like that. Now, the Arduino I'm going to use for this is going to be the Mega. Why? First of all, because I can use the sensor shield, making my connections a lot more easier to do. Just hook it up like that for anyone who knows it. Whoever doesn't, you have positive 5 ground all over the place, along with the sensors, the pin sensors, to connect anything you want. And above that, we all have a lot of pins available to tinker it around. You know, we can do whatever we want, connect it with Bluetooth to your cell phone to tell you when and where that object is. You know, it's a terray defense system. You got to know what's happening. And so, yeah, this is what I'm going to use. Now, first of all, I'm going to build the base, the physical objects where to sit everything, and I'll be back. So our machine is ready. We can see we have the body of the sonar, the base, where we have our motion sensor, and our servo motor on top, where the sonar and the laser will sit, and it'll work as so. You see? Now, we got our concept, we got our machine. Now we got to start programming. But before we do that, we got to really know what we want this to do. Okay, this is how it's supposed to work. We have our tray positioned where it's supposed to be, and it's supposed to be guarding this area right over here, let's say. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to start by saying this is a bi-dimensional project, no 3D stuff over here. So what is going to happen? Imagine we have these two objects right over here. We are going to have to create a bi-dimensional map so that each time the micro sound sensor, passes on this area right over here, it can store this object on this degree at this distance inside of an array. That array that I'm talking about is going to be the whole bidimensional area of the plane it is supposed to guard. We will have an array that will have, let's say, at 1 degree, the wall, let's say 5 meters. 2 degrees, 5 meters. 3 degrees, we got an object at 3 meters. And then so on and so on until we record all of the objects. Now here's where the terrain really gains life. The motion sensor. So our sonar has our program has already recorded that we have these objects in the area. So let's say we have a movement. That motion sensor will detect that movement. The radar will scan the area again and notice that in the array of this degree, we have an object at a different space. And it will aim itself in that degree and shoot the laser. For this, we're going to be using our Uno Mega, along with this shield, the sensor shield, like I referenced before. Now, one of the reasons is because I hope to, after the project is done, to be able to have a Bluetooth connection along with my HC05 and have the events sent to my cell phone, just like an alarm system would. So a lot to be done, and but for now, we're gonna give it a rest. Hope to see you next time.